I'm so up. I got this rat in my room, keep running through my room, making all this motherfucking noise. So I can't sleep. And it's so frustrating. Granted, I don't know where the hole is at, and I got to finish redoing the living room floors in order to move everything out of my room so that I can um foam up the holes that's in my room. So I don't know where they coming in at, but when I tell you I'm so frustrated, so I done told the rat, listen, oh, you want to keep me up? Now, since you want to keep me up, I'm stuffing my door like a towel. I stuffed a towel at the bottom of my room door, and I stuffed it real good. So now it ain't gonna better get out so it can go eat. So now we both gonna be in this mud frustrated because the other day, it got out and it just be running in circles. Now I gotta run in circles all night long trying to figure out how it gonna get out. It ain't getting out tonight. And I ain't got no food in my room. So it finna be just running in circles, hitting the wall. Your ass ain't getting out. And you know, animals, I don't care what kind, they can understand us, but we can't understand them. So whenever my sleeping pill do kick in, I ain't gonna hear nothing. But I make sure that door is so stuffed that mug gonna have to climb up the wall and get out through another way. But it can't get out the easy way. It gonna get out the hard way tonight. I ain't playing. I'm just sick of it. When I say that I'm manifesting me a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house built from the ground up, and I'm gonna walk away with the deed and not the note, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make sure my grandchildren all have their own room. I'm just so sick of it. You can't beat new. It's just, oh wow, it's a crack in the wall. I'm just frustrated. Yeah. Can't sleep. Very frustrated. But hey, and it's hot in here too. But hey, I ain't the only one frustrated. But tomorrow, I got to finish doing my grandchildren hair. You know what it's like to have very tender-headed children? It's beyond frustrating for me. My grandchildren are so tender-headed that the sight of a comb make them cry. Like the very sight, their hair could be soaking wet, no nails, no nothing. And the sight of a comb will have them hollering and screaming like, on God. It'd be so frustrating for me. You know, as a grandparent raising grandchildren, this is not something that you, it's not something you prepare for. You know what I'm saying? You don't prepare to raise kids on your own, especially when you don't raise kids by yourself. Like I raised my children, you know, for the most part, I raised my kids alone, you know, and I really sit with a lot of regret, wondering what I could have did different, but I have to move on from that. But a lot of times when I'm by myself and I wonder, you know, what I could have done different, that now that I got my grandkids and I'm raising my grandkids, you know, I just pray, and I only can pray and hope that I can, you know, learn from the mistakes that I made when I raised my kids. And I only can hope and pray that I'm doing the right thing. You know, I was asked, you know, do I regret getting my grandkids, knowing what I know now? You know, do I regret getting them? Do I regret what I've been able, what I would able to live with myself. I don't think that I personally would have been able to live with myself knowing that my grandkids was being raised by strangers, that people that wasn't in their bloodline, or even if they weren't all together in one unity, and I don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Then sometimes, I wonder, did I, what I could have did different. Fathers, they don't have, because they're adopted. Most people, when they get adopted, they get the scholarship, they get the dental, the medical. It's things that they get by being adopted kids that my grandkids don't get, because it's quote unquote a private adoption, because they wasn't, the state of Florida brought the children to me, but the state of Florida didn't help me with the adoption. They didn't help me financially, period. You know what I'm saying? So everything it's on me. So I regret, wondering sometimes, I have a little regret, because I, want them to have all the things that they could have had. But at the same time, when you don't know, you don't know. And I didn't know. And all I knew was I love my grandkids, and I didn't want nobody else with them. I didn't want nobody else. I didn't want them to spend a millisecond in somebody else's household. I just didn't do, and I don't regret that. I don't regret it at all. I sit here wholeheartedly with tears in my spirit, knowing that I did the right thing. And I know that I'm doing the right thing. And I know that even though things are rough for me right now, I know that the Lord that I pray to and trust going to guide me in the right direction that I need to be in, regardless of what that looked like. I just believe it in my heart, to my core, that God got me, and that the words that I say in my mouth should not return to me void, but achieve every single thing that I sent it to do. So I'm going to trust and believe that God's going to provide for me. And no matter what happens from this point on forward, I just know God has always stood up in the paint for me, 10 toes down, seen me in. God has always been there for me. He's never left me. He's never forsaken me, like, ever, no matter what. No matter what situation I put myself in, no matter how many mistakes I done made, no matter what I done, God has never, ever, 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 ever left me hanging. And why would he start now? Yeah. Stuff is jacked up. I'm overwhelmed. I done ask for help, and help don't come. That's why I trust God so much, because I don't know how many times I done reached out to agencies, to people, to no avail. There's no help for me. But it's something about that God we serve. Something about God. He just got his hands on me. He just loved me in spite of everything. God got me. He do. That's why I be crying and laughing at the same time, because I know God got me. I ain't got to worry about nothing, because God, he got me. He gonna cover me, shield me, heal me, see about me, make my crooked ways straight. Like everything that we ever heard of, everything that it's just true. It just is. I just thank God that he loved me. Yeah, God loves me when nobody else do. God loves me. When I can't depend on nobody else, I can depend on God. Yeah, it's jacked up, boy. But it's gonna be all right.